Hello students, today I will discuss some problem on polarization. Okay. So polarization, as you know, I have discussed in the class, it is basically the locus of the electric field vector, or you can say the orientation of the electric field vector with respect to time, and that should be at a particular point, at a fixed point. Okay, so at a fixed point we will be having, we need to see the locus of the electric field vector. Okay, you can check my note, I have explained that. Now here is a problem. This is the electric field expression. You need to predict the type of polarization. So we have three types of polarization. One is linear, one is circular, one is elliptical. Okay, so let us see what kind of polarization is this. So first of all, this is the expression for the electric field, and first of all determine what is the direction of this wave. The wave is propagating in which direction. So as you can see from this expression that the wave is propagating in minus z direction. Why? Because you know this expression E z t is equal to E naught, say cos omega t minus beta z, and this is the x component. Okay, there can be attenuation constant. Okay, so basically if I take this expression, then we know that the wave is propagating in plus z direction. So wave is propagating in plus z direction. But if you compare this with this, you can see there is a plus here instead of minus. That means the wave is propagating in minus z direction. Fine. So first of all, we need to see that our wave is in minus z direction. Okay. Now you need to see what are the components in this field expression. So there is an x component, there is a y component. Okay. To predict the type of polarization, you need not to see this, what is omega, what is beta. You need not to worry about it. Okay. So let us write the x component, the y component. So x component is basically, let us write x, 7 cos, say 2 pi 10 to the power 9 plus beta z ax cap. This is signifying that it is an x component. Similarly, y component will be 5 cos, same thing, 2 pi 10 to the power 9 minus beta z minus pi by 2 ay cap. So this is basically the y component. Okay. Now if you compare this, you see this magnitude of the x component and the y component. They are not equal. The x component magnitude is 7, y component is 5. So the magnitude of x component and the y component, they are not same. This one is 7, this one is 5. So directly you can say this is elliptical polarization. Elliptical polarization. Because x component, y component, they are different. Okay, if they are equal, then you can say it is circular. You can check the conditions which I have mentioned in the class. Okay. Now we need to predict whether this is left-handed circular, left-handed elliptical polarization or right-handed. We need to see the direction now. Okay, so for that, you can see this x component and y component, there is a difference in angle. How much is that? 90 degree. So let us write it here. Delta say angle between this x and y is how much? Minus 90 degree. So this is minus 90 degree. This is minus. Fine. Now what you need to do, let us try to see what are the how this x and y, how they will be oriented. Okay, so for that let us try to draw it here. So one thing it is clear that this will be elliptical polarization, that is Ex not equal to Y. Now let us try to see. So for the sake of convenience, for the first time since we are doing, let us try to place it in this way. This is, write it as omega t, then write the Ex, then write Uy, magnitude of course. Not magnitude, let us write Ex, Uy, and let us make a chart. Okay. Ex is this one, Uy is this one. So this is your Uy, this is your Ex. Okay. So what you can do is, for the first time since we are doing, let us try to put the value of omega t. So let us take omega t equal to 0 first. So if you put omega t is equal to 0, that means omega means this one is basically omega t. Okay. And one thing you can do here is, since you told that we need to consider a fixed point. So for the sake of simplicity, what you can do is, for the fixed point, let us take z equal to 0. Means at this point we are seeing the orientation of the electric field vector. So like that way we can do that. So for the sake of simplicity, let us put z equal to 0. So if I put z equal to 0, that means this part will be 0. This part will be 0. So that means this will be 7 cos, and if you put omega t equal to 0, that means this one is 0. So cos 0. So 7 cos 0. And you can write this. Okay. Ax cap. So basically cos 0 is 1, cos 0 degree is 1. So basically this is 7. Okay. Provided that we have considered z equal to 0. Means at this point we will calculate. Okay. And your y component will be with this one. So this one is already 0. Since z equal to 0, we have considered omega t, this will be 0. And this will be cos 5 cos 0 minus 0 minus 90. Okay. You can write there unit vector. So basically this is 5 cos minus 90 degree, that means 0. Okay. So this is the starting point. For the sake of simplicity, you can write this Ex separately here and Uy separately here. If you find any difficulty to put this, remember this, once again I am repeating, we have taken z equal to 0. Now let us take omega t is equal to pi by 2. So if we take omega is equal to pi by 2, that means this is pi by 2. So 7 cos 90 degree. Pi by 2 is 90 degree, so 7 cos 90 degree, basically it is 0. Okay. And for this case, it is 5 cos 90 degree minus 90 degree. That means it is 0. That means cos 0 is 1, so 5. So 5 AY. Okay. So this is 0, this is 5, this is 7, this is 0. Now you can calculate for pi. Okay. So pi means 180 degree. So this will be 7 cos 180 degree. And this one is 5 cos 180 degree minus 90 degree. So this is basically cos 180 degree is how much? It is minus 1. So this is minus 7. And this one is cos 90. So cos 90 is 0. So this will be 0. So make this chart first. You can proceed further, but not required. We need to just predict what is the type of polarization. Okay. So now let us try to plot. So if we try to plot, say this is our x, this is our y, this is minus y, this is minus x. Fine. So at omega t is equal to 0, we are seeing that Ex is 7 and Ey is 0. That means Ex 7 means say only x component will present. That means let us say this is 7. So this is at omega t is equal to 0. So this is your starting. Okay. Now if omega t is now 90 degree, for 90 degree case Ex is 0, now Ey is 5. So Ey is 5 means plus 5, right? So plus 5 means it will be upward. So this is 5. Let us consider. Okay, so this is for omega t is equal to 90. Okay, that means we are moving like this. And you can mark the another direction x, y and z. So let us consider according to the rule of thumb that this is the plus z direction. So plus z direction let us consider like this. But remember one thing, here the wave is propagating in minus z direction. So what you can do, minus z means it will be inward to the board. Okay. We have considered plus z direction like this, means in this way. Since this wave is propagating in minus z direction, that means inward to the board. Let us consider. So, and this is of course for z equal to 0 we are plotting. So omega t is equal to 0, this, omega t is 90 is this, and for pi it is minus 7. So minus 7 means, let us consider this is the minus 7. So this is the minus 7. Okay. Minus 7 is the x component. So I have drawn in the x component. And Ey is of 0. So that way the rotation is in anti-clockwise direction. This is our starting point, and this way we are moving. Okay. So this way we are moving. So this is basically in anti-clockwise direction. Now, to see whether this is left-handed or right-handed, what you need to do is, these are my two hands. Let me put my finger, this thumb, towards the direction of propagation of the wave. So in this case, the direction of propagation is in minus z direction. That means inward to the board. Okay. So this is my left hand. So this is the direction my thumb is pointing. That is the direction of propagation of the wave. So if I now rotate my fingers, you can see it is like this. That means it is matching with this figure, plot. So that means what you can conclude is this is left-handed. This is my left hand, right? So this is left-handed elliptical polarization. So this is left-handed elliptical polarization. Elliptical polarization, since these magnitude are not equal, so elliptical, and by this way you can predict the direction, left-handed. Okay. We can do with the right hand also, but we will see that it will not match with this plot. How? See, this is the direction of my thumb, this is my right hand, this is the direction of the thumb, because in this direction the wave is propagating. Now if I rotate my fingers, you can see it is in opposite direction. Right? It is not matching with this plot. So that means it is not right-handed elliptical polarization. This is left-handed elliptical polarization. Okay. Another way you can do this without that chart or without putting the values of omega t is see which components are leading one another. So in this case, Ex is this, Ey is this. Ey is lagging behind, right? It is lagging behind this Ex by minus 90 degree. Okay. So since it is lagging, that means Ex is leading. Ex leading Ey. So what you can do is, again plot the same thing. Directly you can plot y, this is your x, this is the direction of propagation of the wave inward to the board, and go through the convention like this, lead to lag, lead to lag. So which one is leading? Ex is leading. So Ex, that means this is the x component, lead to lag, lead to lag. that means like this. Simply you can go with this convention, that is lead to lag. There is no need to do the chart, or you need not to put the values of omega t every time. Okay, directly you can do so. In this case, just check the angle, which one is leading. In this case, Ex is leading, so Ex is the Ex component, so lead to lag. Like this way you can move, lead to lag, lead to lag. Okay, so directly you can say this is left-handed elliptical polarization. Okay, in this way you can do this. Okay, again pointing the thumb in the direction of propagation, and then you can rotate. Then you can see this is left-handed elliptical polarization. No need to do this chart. Okay, but if you haven't understand, then I will take some more examples and we will be solving with this method. Okay, but since we are doing for the first time, that is why I have shown you the conventional method. That is, putting the values of omega t, you can predict the full locus of the electric field vector, which is varying with time, but for a fixed point. Okay. Here we have taken another example similar to the previous one. What I have done is I have changed this magnitude, the X component magnitude to 5, and I have made this one negative. Okay. And also I have changed this sign also. So first of all, predict the direction of propagation of the wave. Since this is minus, now you can easily predict that the wave is propagating in plus z direction. The wave will be in plus z direction now. Okay. Remember, for this problem, I will go with the second method. That is from lead to lag. That method I will be using, because that will give me the result faster. Okay, or the answer faster. Okay. So basically, what you can do is, this is our X component. Let us write that 5 cos omega t minus beta z. This is the value of omega, so I am just directly writing omega, because this will not interfere with this solution, because it will not bother our solution. Okay, omega beta. And this is the unit vector. This is the y component, minus 5 cos omega t minus beta z minus 90 degree, pi by 2. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, so now see, there is a minus here. So what you can do is, you can change this minus to plus by simply putting a 180 degree in this expression, within this cos. Okay, so that will be plus 5 cos omega t minus beta z minus 90 degree plus 180. If we evaluate this, it will be similar to this one, because cos 180 degree is minus 1, right? So our cos 180 degree minus 180 degree plus theta is minus cos theta. So that minus I have taken into account with this angle 180 degree. Now you can see this Ex in Ui. What are the magnitude of this and this? Ex equal to 5. Ui is also 5. So this is equal to Ui magnitude. That means, now predict whether it is circular or elliptical. Obviously it is circular polarization, because the magnitude of X component and the Y component are same. So that is why this is circular polarization. This we can predict directly from the magnitude. Okay. Now let us predict whether it is left-handed or right-handed. So for that, directly we can do one thing. This one, what what we have done, which one is leading, this one or this one? Remember, what I have done is basically Ex is 5 cos omega t minus, let us put z equal to 0, because we will be seeing at this point. So this will be 0, so cos omega t Ax cap Ey is basically minus 5 cos omega t minus 90 degree, and I have told you once again is minus I have taken into account by adding a 180 degree. So 5 cos omega t minus 90 degree plus 180 degree Ay. This one is basically minus 90 degree, so that means 5 cos omega t plus 90 degree Ay cap. That means now predict which one is leading. Of course, Ey is leading, because here between this and this, Ey is leading. So Ey leading Ex. Okay, Ey leading. Now see, if I plot, remember, try to predict at this point z equal to 0, because this will minimize the problem. Okay, this is not minimize, let's simplify the problem. So we can consider this point. So now let us try to plot. This is y, this is x. We should go from lead to lag. This is our convention. We will be going from lead to lag. That means here Ui is leading, so Ui is lead to lag means from Ui to Ex. Like this way we will be going. Okay, and your direction of propagation of the wave is plus z direction, right? So outward to the board. So this is the direction of the wave. Okay, this will be like this, and the radius will be 5. This will be a circle. Okay, if you plot, and the radius will be 5, because this magnitude is same 5. Okay, now see whether it is left-handed or right-handed. So for that, let us choose one of our hands and put the thumb in the direction of propagation of the wave. So let me consider the right hand. This is my thumb. It is pointing towards the propagation of wave. Now the propagation of the wave is plus z direction. That means outward to this board. That means like this. Now I am rotating my fingers. Is it mapping with the figure? Is this rotation mapping with the figure? Answer no. It is opposite, right? Now I am choosing my left hand. This is the direction of propagation of the wave. Now I am rotating the fingers. Now you see, it is matching with this figure. Okay, so that means it is mapping with this hand. This is my left hand. So this is left-handed circular polarization. Circular means since the magnitude are same, magnitude Ex Ey equal to 5. That is why circular. If it is different, then it is elliptical, as we have already done in the previous case, and this is left-handed. We are going from lead to lag. Okay, just check this. Or you can do the conventional method, that is put omega t is equal to 0, then 90 degree, then 180 degree. That way if you plot, the same thing will be, you will be getting the same type of figure. Okay, so this is another problem. Okay, here I am taking another problem. This is in little different form. This is in exponential form, and we have two components here, z component and y component. As you can see this from this expression, that the wave is propagating in plus x direction. Y plus x direction is minus jkx. K is nothing but your beta. Some book you will see instead of beta they will write k. Same thing. What you can do is either you can change this into your familiar form, that is in cos form you can write. Okay, but before that, what you need to do, what you can do is you can change this 1 minus j and 1 plus j into polar form, from rectangular to polar form, because this will be helping you to solve the problem. So the z component is this is the y component. So y component is 1 plus j e to the power minus jkx ay cap. Remember one thing, though they have written t here, that means there will be some j omega t term will be multiplied. They haven't given that, but it is implicit that there will be a e to the power j omega t which is varying with time. Okay, so you can either add e to the power j omega t term here. Okay, but for this you can change this 1 plus j into polar form. How can you do that? This will be the magnitude part will be how much? 1 square plus 1 square root over, and your angle will be tan inverse 1 by 1 x and y, x plus jy, you know, tan inverse y by x. So that is in that way you can calculate. So basically it is 45 degree, and you have e to the power minus jkx. Okay, or if you want you can write e to the power j omega t term. Okay, so this is basically root 2 angle 45 degree plus 45 degree e to the power, this is minus here, so this will be j omega t minus ky. Okay, so either you can change this to cos form, there will be no issue with that. Now we have the z component, right? What is the z component? Before that, what you can do is we can put this angle, in this. How? Root 2 e to the power j omega t minus kx plus 45 degrees. So plus pi by 4. Pi by 4 is 45 degree. So this way you can write. You can take this inside this term, exponential term, or you can write in cos format also. Cos omega t minus kx plus pi by 4. Like that way you can also write. So this is our y component. This part happened. Similarly, you can write the z component. Only difference is a minus. So this minus will be similarly the magnitude part will remain the same. Only there will be a minus here. So that means for the z component, this is my part. This will be minus. So this is minus. So this will be minus. So this will be a minus. Okay. So this is the z component and this is the x component. Now you need to see whether the magnitude of the z component and the y component for this problem they are same or not. So just check whether this Ez mod Ez is equal to Ey. Just check. What is the magnitude? Root 2. And if you recall that for Ey case we have same thing, the root 2. Okay, only there is a difference with this sign. It's a plus 45 degree, here you have minus 45 degree. Okay, so that is basically root 2. That means Ez equal to Ui. That means directly you can say this is circular polarization because the two components have the same magnitude. So this is circular polarization. Now we need to predict which one, that is it is your direction, we need to predict that is a left-handed or right-handed. So easily we can predict. So just see which one is leading and which one is lagging. Okay, so remember Ez, the angle is minus 45 degree, and for Ey the angle is plus 45 degree. So the other things remain the same. So there is the angle is basically Ey. In Ez term we have minus 45 degree term, and Ey we have plus 45 degree. Now you see which one is leading, Ey or Ez? Which one is leading? Obviously Ey is leading. And Ey is leading by how much? How much? Plus 45 minus 45. That means total how much? 90 degree. So 45, 0, minus 45. So total difference is how much? 45, 45. So 45 minus 45. So total difference between these two components is 90 degree and EY is leading. So basically EY leading EZ by how much? 90. 45 minus 45, that is 90. Okay. So now if we plot, we need to form the coordinate system. So this time we'll be having here Y, here we'll be having Z, because we generally move from Y to Z. Okay. And the direction of X will be towards the board. That is the plus X direction will be outward from the board. Outward from the board. So this is outward. Okay. So this is outward from the board. This is X is equal to 0. Okay. Wave direction. Now I told you, we have seen EY is leading EZ. So EY is leading EZ by how much? 90. Okay. So that means, which by our convention, we generally move from lead to lag. So lead to lag means EY is leading. So this is EY lead to lag. Lead to lag. Again. Okay. So lead to lag convention we have used. Lead to lag. EY is leading. So from here to here. Okay, now let us see whether it is right-handed or left-handed. Again, we have considered two hands. This is my right hand, this is my left hand. So here is the direction of propagation of the wave, plus its direction. Now if I rotate, this is my right-handed. Is this rotation mapping with the figure? Yes. Right? It is mapping. It is anti-clockwise direction. So that means this is right-handed. Since the magnitude are same, so circular polarization. If you can check, if you want, you can check with the left hand also. This is the direction of propagation of the wave, plus X, and this is the movement of my fingers. It is not matching with this plot. Okay, so this is not left-handed. This is my left hand. So this is not mapping with the left hand. So basically, it is mapping with the right hand. So this is right-handed circular polarization. Okay, in this way you can solve. Or another method you have already discussed. You just take the two components, right? You can put the value of omega t, and then you can solve. You get the total plot. Okay, you get a total plot. And of course, it will be circular with a radius of how much? Root 2. Okay. Here we have another problem. So this is our electric field expression. I hope you can now predict the direction of the wave. It is basically the x component. We have minus here, so the wave is propagating in plus z direction. Okay, so wave is propagating plus z direction. So let us write the components first. X component is basically 3 cos omega t. And what we can do is directly we can put z equal to 0, because at this point we will be seeing the orientation of the electric field vector. So this is omega t x cap, because this part will be 0, since z equal to 0 you are considering. This is the x component, and your y component will be 3 by root 3 minus, this is minus here, cos omega t, okay, ay component. This. No need to worry about this one. What you can do is, you can change this component. There is a minus here, right? So as I told you in the previous problems, that you can consider this minus, you can take the effect of this minus by adding a 180 degree within this cos, in the angle part. Okay, so this you can write 3 by root 3 cos omega t plus cos t. Okay. simply we are considering this minus by this. Okay. Now see the difference between what is the phase difference between x and y? It is 0, it is 180 degree. So how much? 180 degree. So remember one thing, whenever there is a phase difference of 0 degree or 180 degree, we will be having linear polarization. For circular polarization, we need odd multiples of 90 degree. Okay, but for linear polarization, the angle should be, the phase difference basically should be either 0 or 180 degree. So in this case, we have a phase difference of 180 degree, so we can directly say this is linear polarization. Okay, if you want, you can draw. So this is where you can draw. This is y, this is x. Okay, this is minus x, this is plus minus y. Okay. So linear means it will be like this. And the direction of the arrow will be both way. Okay, either in this direction or in this direction. Okay, so either it is moving like this, or it is moving like this. So like this way it is moving. Okay, this is linear position. And the angle is basically, you can write it as this is the angle. This you can write it as theta, and you can calculate this theta. Theta you can calculate by 180 degree minus tan inverse of Ey component by Ex component, magnitude of force. Okay, this way you can calculate. This is basically known as theta polarization. Okay, theta linear polarization. You can see. Okay, so this is basically how much will be your this one 180 degree minus tan inverse. Your Ui is how much? This 3 by root 3. So 3 by root 3, and your Ex is 3. So Ex is 3. So this will cancel out. So this is tan inverse 1 by root 3. Tan inverse 1 by root 3 is 30 degree, right? So 180 degree minus 30 degree. So this is 150 degree. So the angle is basically 150. 150 degree, sorry. This is the theta linear polarization. Okay, so just you need to check the angle. The angle is here 180 degree between the two components. So basically it will be a straight line. The movement will be both way because the variation is like this. Like this. I have shown an animation on this during my class. Okay, so what is the linear polarization? And the angle from x-axis you can calculate with the help of this formula. If they ask you in the question, then you need to calculate this. Otherwise, no need to do this. If they ask you for the angle, then you need to calculate. Okay. Otherwise, you directly say linear polarization. Okay. Here we are taking a last problem. There is a difference that here you have a cos component and you have a sine component. This is your y component, this is your x component. First of all, you can directly see the wave is propagating in plus z direction. So wave direction is plus z. Okay. There is a cos here, there is a sine here. So let us write the x component, y component first. So we have 2 cos omega t plus 30 degree ax cap. Okay. I have omitted that minus beta z. I hope you know that, because we are calculating for z equal to 0. At a fixed point, you need to calculate the type polarization, or you can say locus of electric field vector. Okay. And the y component will be similarly is 8 sine omega t plus 45 ay. Notice the difference. There is a cos here, is sine here. What you can do is you can change this sine to cos for the sake of solving. How can you do that? You can write 8 cos omega t plus 45 degree plus 90 degree ay. So you know cos 90 degree plus theta is basically sine theta. Okay, so you can directly change this to this format. Sorry, let us make this as minus. So this is minus. So now it is okay. Okay, because cos 90 degree plus theta is minus sine theta. Okay. So now check the angle, the phase difference between these two. What will be my delta? Delta will be how much? This is 135, this is plus 30. So how much? 135 degree minus 30 degree. That is 105 degree. And which one is leading? Of course, UI is leading. UI is leading X. So this is your angle. 105. 105. Okay. Now let us, what's the only difference I need to, I have taken this example just to show you this one. If there are two different, my means, let's see, if there is a cos, there is a sine, what you can do, you can change the sine to cos. Okay, by simply adding 90 degree. Okay, then you can solve. The process is similar. So, even we have changed this angle, there will be no effect on the magnitude. So this is the x component, this is y component, this is 2, this is 8. So Ex, Ey, they are different, the magnitude are different. This is 2, this is 8. So this is elliptical polarization. Directly you can say. Now you need to just confirm whether it is left-handed or right-handed. So what you can do is, let us plot. This is our x, this is our y. The wave is propagating in plus z direction. So this is z equal to 0 because we are calculating for this point. Now see which one is leading. I told you we have checked that Ey leads Ex component by how much? 105. 135 minus 30. 105. Okay, so there is a difference of 105 between these two components. That means if I extend this, 105 means approximately, say it is like here. Okay, it is here. 105. 90 degree plus somewhere 50. 105. Okay, so this will be elliptical polarization and Ey is leading Ex. So we will be going from lead to lag. So we will be going from lead to lag. So Ey to Ex like this. Okay, we will be moving. Okay, now again let us try with our two hands. This is my left hand. This is the direction of propagation of the wave, plus z direction. If I rotate, is it matching with the plot? Yes, it is matching. So this is left-handed elliptical polarization. It is not matching with this, okay, with my right hand. So it is not right-handed. So this is basically left-handed elliptical polarization. Okay, so this is left-handed elliptical polarization, and you can see that not always that we need the angle between these two components has to be 90 degree. It is not mandatory to be 90 degree. Okay, it can be anything. Okay, if it is something different from 90 degree, of course it will be elliptical polarization, because for linear we know that angle should be 0 or 180 degree. For circular we know that the phase difference should be odd multiples of 90 degree. Okay, but other than that, it has to be elliptical polarization, because an ellipse can be either of this shape, that means this axis is larger than this, or it can be like this, or it can be like this. It is tilted. Okay, this is the case. You will see. It will be like this something. If you plot, it will be something like this. It is tilted ellipse. Okay. So this is one type of problem they can be. You can do the Hegel-Dodds calculation to plot the full points. Okay, with you can calculate the maximum, minimum of this curve, and then you can plot with this expression. Okay, but it is not required for predicting the type of polarization. We can directly predict from this method. Okay, this will give the solution within 1 minute. Okay, and this will be helpful for your competitive exam. Okay, the gate is to like that. Okay, so I hope you have understood the how to solve the polarization problems. More or less, this type of questions are important. Okay, so I hope you have get an idea how to solve this. You can choose any method to solve. If you have any problem, you can call me. Thank you very much.